What is going on YouTube? Hit it back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, as well as Tron, and if we have time, the S&P 500. As you guys know, we're going to be wrapping up Tron probably by tomorrow, and then we're going to be doing a different cryptocurrency here on the channel. So definitely make sure to leave a comment down below as to what altcoin you would like to see reviewed here for next week's videos. But in regards to what we're going to be talking about in today's episode, really my main focus in today's video is going to be on XRP as well as the surrounding cryptos. XRP, yesterday we talked about the fact that we were hitting resistance at 57 cents, and in the past few days we failed to breach that resistance level. Finally, by some stroke of luck, we managed to actually break through that resistance, close a daily above 57 cents as a conservative trader, buy into it, and then capitalize off the run up, making an easy $1,000, if not more. Huge shout out to you guys. I definitely had a lot of people DMing me on Instagram as well as Twitter, showing me their profits and their runs. So I'm really happy to hear that from you guys. But besides XRP, we are going to be looking at these other cryptocurrencies in regards to how they're going to be, affected, and in the big run that we see, in hindsight, the big run that's coming for most of these cryptocurrencies. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's episode. Alright, so I'm really not even sure where to begin. Unfortunately, yesterday's video didn't do that well, only 2.7K, but I feel like it was a fairly important video that a lot of you guys really should have watched. Basically talked about how XRP Ripple time is running out, and investors really need to consider watching this due to the fact that XRP was pretty much borderline breaking through that $57 resistance level, or 57 cent resistance level. As you can see, top 10 cryptos, majority of the market is up in regards to the 7-day moving, the 7-day percentage, but compared to the 24-hour movement, we're not really seeing a crazy big run. Polkadot is definitely up there, and a lot of people are telling me about Cardano, which we might have to look at very soon. But otherwise, XRP looks okay, up about 7%, and we have that's pretty much it. I mean, Ethereum's up as well, but Bitcoin's pretty much stagnant right now, trading sideways, which we'll have to look at in a second. Now, really what I want to show you guys is this XRP chart. So the past few, I'd like to say the past week on Crypto TV, we've been talking about this resistance right here, and I want to just circle it for you guys. Pretty much all of this has been since the 22nd of March and up until today, April 3rd, we had crazy movements. Now, notice for the longest time, we've been pretty much tracking the 57 cent resistance mark. We've noticed that this is a resistance from the past, back in February, that has been, withdrawn on the coin for quite some time now. And every single time we've actually managed to break above that resistance, it has clearly reversed this back down. Now, we've learned back in the past that even after buying in at 57 cents, if you don't create a stop loss, there's a good chance it can close below here. So we try to put a stop loss very close to where we bought in from. The problem is, notice how often these candle closes. Now, if you saw this major wick and thought, okay, I'll try it again the next day, you would have seen the immediate same thing. We shoot up above 57 cents, and then by the end of the day, we close below where we, entered from, which is not a good sign. So really, that's why I offer this conservative method of trading that I like to do. And you can see how, profitable it could be. Yes, we did see a massive dump, but immediately after that, we correct back up and get halted at 57 cent resistance level. Now, notice trading sideways, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 confirmations of pretty much resistance levels right here, where every single time we've tried to break through this, we end up closing below that 57 cent resistance mark. Even right here, we actually managed to close below 57 cents. And then 3 days ago, the same exact thing happened. So notice this was really the biggest flare we had across XRP right now. This just shows the uncertainty battling the bulls and the bears. And usually it ends up in a big pump, regardless of direction, just a big pump. But ultimately, that's what we saw yesterday. So yesterday in the morning, we made a video at about 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and we talked about the major run that's coming. We talked about the fact that we were actually starting to trade above the 57 cent resistance. And that ultimately meant that the second we saw, as I've been saying for all of these days here, the second we see the candle close above 57 cents, which is pretty much right here, we buy into it and we can capitalize off the next candle, ultimately moving up in the higher direction. So yes, some of you guys actually jumped in and bought in at 57 cents and paid off well, creating a stop loss, which a lot of you guys showed me. But ultimately, as a conservative trader myself, I bought in right here when we closed at 60 cents, and we've been pretty much creating a stop loss and capitalizing off this run ever since moving up higher. So for those that haven't bought in, I would just wait probably a little bit right now, granted that we are right now at the peak of the resistance, now retesting the prior high for 2021. This was right here. Yes, we did see this major flare in price back in early February, but since then we haven't been this high in a very long time. So I do believe we are going to be breaking higher, and I do believe we are going to be moving up, but we are battling a big resistance right now. So just move your stop losses up, and if you haven't entered already, then just be a little patient right now. Granted, we are retesting overbought on the markets, and the MACD is fairly overextended right now. So I would just wait for these two indicators to kind of tweak themselves back down to the 50, the 50 on the relative strength indicator right around here. But ultimately, this was a very good buy-in opportunity, and we did profit very well. And hopefully a lot of you guys took advantage of that run. Target for the next run, we have to just let this consolidate. There's a big opportunity actually that we may just be able to continue to pump higher. We may be able to pretty much move the mouth of this breakup, and the next opportunity would be breaking through this resistance here and swinging all the way up to 71 cents. So we really have to just be patient and see where that falls. Now, what I want to talk about as well, let me just get this off the screen, is the other cryptocurrencies that actually saw a major move in yesterday's video, or last night. Ethereum, one of the biggest jumps I've seen in a very long time. So I was definitely very conservative on this coin. Granted, we have an amazing ascending triangle, an amazing higher low formation, 1, 2, 3, 4 confirmations, beautiful bull run. This was a straight upwards trajectory, straight to the upside. We've talked about this numerous times, that when we can capitalize off a run, it's usually at the bottom here. When we see 3 confirmations, we can easily guarantee that this next one is going to pump. And even then, just finding this bottom support, it's pretty much granted or given that we'll probably capitalize off the run after that and a swing to the upside, which is what happened. My only concern now is where exactly XRP is Ethereum is moving to. Ethereum is now extremely overextended on the MACD and extremely overextended on the relative strength indicator. It's retesting overbought. Problem is, we actually broke through that resistance, which blows my mind. We're now at a new all-time high, which is over $2,000, which back here we said it's literally primed and ready to go all the way up to 2,000 and retest its all-time highs. The same thing applies itself with Bitcoin. Now, I'm a little surprised that Ethereum decided to rally before Bitcoin did. Granted, it's not necessarily a bad thing because Ethereum did rally. I do believe Bitcoin is right behind it, and I do believe we are going to see a quick little bump in trajectory to retest all-time highs very soon at $60,000, a little bit higher than that. But for Ethereum right now, if you guys are in, obviously just move your stop losses up to lock in profit. But if you have yet to buy in, I'd be patient. Even looking at a coin like this, I'm still fairly lenient on possible correction back down to support. This is a very long, drawn-out uptrend and ascending triangle that started all the way back in January. So for the past 4 months, January, February, March, April, we've seen just consolidation in this uptrend. And the fact that we just broke through resistance much sooner than we had, originally anticipated, just gives me, this fair, sign that there's a good chance of this correction coming. So I just want to be fair with that. I just want to, I don't want to spread fodder or anything like that, but I just want you guys to be aware and understand the possibilities of seeing that next brutal correction that we have to, prepare for it and capitalize off by shorting. And then obviously, of these two things right here, we can easily make a ton of profit off the short and a ton of profit off the run to the upside. This was just parabolic, and if you guys bought in right when we retested this bottom support, you made a crap ton of money. So I'm very excited to hear some of you guys did that. Tron, we're still waiting on right now. Tron, I am anticipating a run back up to potentially retesting the moving average right here. We look okay for those that bought in back here. Very good. Keep those stop losses up. Just prepare yourself for possible correction back down. It would usually follow Bitcoin and Ethereum's pattern right now, but I'm really, just overall very excited to see the way Bitcoin and Ethereum were forming. The fact that we're retesting overbought on Ethereum is a little shaky right now, but regardless of the direction, we saw a major run. This is not sustainable, and there's usually a reversal after that. That's what I want to get into right now. We've been fairly conservative on this rally up. Now that it's finally, what I would think, ended, there's gonna be a possible correction back down, at least to a higher low, which is still a good sign. It's healthy recovery. Every time we decide to head lower, notice it's at a higher peak than the prior low. Notice the first time we corrected, we went down to about $1,000, then up to $1,100, then up to $14, $16, and hopefully the next one is going to be down to $17. And off a short, it's going to fall about $400. If we can capitalize off this run, it's going to be a very big profit zone right now. Obviously, you can use BitYard to capitalize off this run because I'm very excited. You also notice the extreme retesting we're seeing on Bitcoin to USDT on BitYard. So very interesting right here. But obviously, definitely make sure to check out BitYard, as you could easily buy long, sell short, and capitalize off these runs. This is what I reference when I make my trades. I do it on BitYard. So definitely make sure to check that out. Now, moving forward, once again, and then we'll wrap up today's episode because I want to look at S&P 500 one last time. Consolidation is what's happening right now. So notice with Ethereum or XRP. XRP had a lot of this consolidation. Ethereum, not so much, but Bitcoin, yes. Bitcoin has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days now of consolidation. Understand, when we see movements like this of just extreme uncertainty, it usually tends to break with a fair bit of volume. We just had a bullish cross on the MACD, very clear. So there's a very big chance we may be able to follow through with what Ethereum is doing. And really, we're just waiting for this consolidation. So you could buy in now. It is a slight risk as a conservative trader. But if you just put a stop loss at about 58,464 in anticipation for this to pump up higher, you'll at least cover yourself if we do decide to reverse lower. Otherwise, on Ethereum, as I'm really just hyper-focused with Ethereum today, Ethereum does look to be at its peak. After a major rally like this and after a major run, I can't see it heading up even higher. I mean, this alone was a 35% rally, which is insane. But I think we've hit the top and we have to consider possible reversal downwards. The second we get confirmation where price closes below $2,046, the prior high, we know to buy in for a short to the downside. So the second I see confirmation below 2046, so like this, if we close a daily today below here, I'm going to be buying in for a short back down to the uptrend and support. Otherwise, as for the S&P 500, which looks absolutely incredible, we had a major pump yesterday, which is shooting us up even higher to all-time highs. We found the beautiful ascending fractal after the beautiful double bottom formation, and that's just pretty much sent us off at a parabolic level. Otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video, guys. Definitely make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.